more so than a teammate. Please welcome Dave Durecki.
Thanks, Mike. Well, first of all, I'm not even going to attempt to hold my gut in, so you know what I'm going to wear my shirt on. The tails will be out, and I'm going to be standing really proud with this gut. As a matter of fact, I'm going to tell you a quick story. I actually was skiing, and we were in Keystone, so we were night skiing. While we were there, we'd finished up, and we were on our way home, and decided to stop off and get gas, and that's when, you know, you couldn't put the card in at the pump, so you had to go in and pay for it. So I went in and I stood in line and I was waiting to pay, and all of a sudden it was my turn. And I came up there and there was this young woman about 20 years of age standing there, and she just stared at me. And I thought, oh, here we go again, another one of those stares, because I get a lot of them. But she continued to stare at me. And finally, out of her mouth, she said, excuse me, sir, but I'm so sorry you broke your arm. I said, excuse me? She said, I'm so sorry you broke your arm. I looked at her and said, honey, that ain't my arm, that's my belly. My arm is gone. Well, you know what, Kruk, you forgot to ask that one on the question for the survey. There's one guy who is missing an arm today. So anyway, it's a real privilege for me to be here. Do you know that it was 20 years ago this summer that I was diagnosed with cancer? And all of a sudden my world was turned upside down. And it was a crazy time for us. But you know what, ladies and gentlemen, I am so thankful that I was a part of the San Francisco Giants during that time. Because there was an amazing amount of support and encouragement from my teammates, from Bob Lurie and his wife during that time, who were the owners, to Hum Baby and Al Rosen. And you know what's been wonderful about being a part of this organization is that hasn't stopped. And Peter, I can't thank you enough for allowing me, someone who has had a very short history with the San Francisco Giants, to be a part of such an amazing history with the San Francisco Giants, and just allowing our family to be a part of this. So it's a privilege to be here. It's awesome to see friends that I haven't seen for such a long time, and just to be reunited again to enjoy this wonderful game. And you know what, ladies and gentlemen, one thing I don't ever want to do is take the game of baseball for granted. It's given me an awful lot. And probably the most important thing is it's given me some great friends. And it's given me the privilege of being a part of such a wonderful organization that's allowed me to make those friends. So I hope you all enjoy the day. Vida, I can't tell you how good it is to see you. I travel around the country telling a story about you, and I shared that with you yesterday. I faced him when I was a Padre, and he beat us 5-0 and shut us out, but I told him the best thing about the whole day was that I hit a double off of him. So folks, enjoy this time, and gosh, again, Peter, thank you. Thank you so much for remembering us. This is really special. God bless you all.
Thank you, David. It's tough to be the last guy to say a few words and say something that represents all of us. There's nobody in this room better equipped to do that very thing than a guy that inspired a whole generation of San Francisco Giant baseball player as well as Giants baseball fan. Plus, the two words that sum up the description of his era was also one of the greatest pickup lines in the Bay Area. So please welcome the Hum Baby, Roger Craig.
Got 3 total knees, man. I can walk better. When I first started managing the Giants, I had a head full of hair like Mike. And after 1 year, let's see what happened. You know, I can't believe so much has been made of the word Hum Baby, but it's stuck in our cross for a long time. And I think that in the over 7 years that I managed here, I'm a little bit nervous. I don't know why. I think why, because I got my family and I want them to walk by here real quick. Come on up here, Mom. Here's the real Mrs. Hum Baby. She's been with me for 57 years. Unbelievable. And we have sex a lot too, but once a Where's the rest? Come on up, Sherry, Vicky, Teresa. My three daughters, Sherry, Teresa, and Vicky. My son, Roger Craig Jr. That's the worst thing I ever did, naming Roger Craig Jr. This is only about a third of my big family. I've got 3 great granddaughters, and a grandson, yeah. By the way, right now at this time, Roger Craig III, he's about 24 years old, is a minor league umpire in Arizona. He loves it. So it'll be the first time. I was talking to Paul Rundy out there, I played golf with him, and I said, first time I'm going to see a game in Arizona, see it just to look at an umpire. He said, well, you umpired all your life, you ought to know. But this is a very special 3 days up here, and I have so many fond memories of San Francisco. It's just such a beautiful city. I mean, so many wonderful things, and just to see all of my ex-players and friends and all up here. I just told Jim Davenport, he did something to me that I will never forget. When I took over for him as a manager, he called me one day and said, Rod, I'll tell you what, I managed this club for a few years and I know a little bit about him. If you need any help, give me a call. And that's one of the nicest things that ever happened to me. Dave DeVec is one of my favorite people. Mr. Alvin Dark, he was a great ball player. He should be in the Hall of Fame. Are you in the Hall of Fame, Mr. Dark? Not yet, okay. I'll join the crowd. But just so good to be here and see all of you and witness this great 3 days. And this is what the... Oh, yeah. You're always waving at the girls. But I forgot what I was saying there. Anyway, it's just a great honor to be here and to see all my ex-players. And, you know, amazing, none of them ever shook my hand. Y'all give me a big hug. I loved it, baby.